To see if she can find out why her great-grandfather was awarded the Légion d'honneur, Jo has come to the National Archives in Paris. The archives were established in 1808 and store the most important documents of the French state, including a record of every recipient of the Légion d'honneur, France's highest decoration. Claire Béchu is the deputy director of the archives.
This is incredible. It's actually the Hogwarts library to me. This is the dossier de Légion d'honneur. Yes. Of Louis Volant. You have inside some documents. This one is handwritten by Volant.
Louis himself wrote that?
Yes. Louis, in this letter, we see he has been injured.
Injured at the fort of
Vaux, near Verdun.
In the night of the 5th of June?
He take grenades to the fort.
Oh, okay, so he was bringing them, he was bringing them the armaments.
He was bringing grenades to the fort. On the other side was mentioned the injuries.
Oh my goodness. He lost half of the sight in his right eye.
And he's lost also 7 teeth.
Oh my goodness me. Perte du membre. Is that a loss of a limb?
Yes.
So hugely disabled.
Well, on the cover,
yeah,
you have the best date, 16 juillet 1878, the place, Ordonnaz.
Right, okay. I don't think this is my great-grandfather.
Why?
Because there are a lot of discrepancies here. My great-grandfather was Louis Volant. It's the same name, but he was born at a different time. The date's different. You see here, it's 31st of July.
1877.
This gives a different date of birth.
The
16th of July.
16th of July, 1878.
Gosh. Is there a possibility there's another file for a Louis Volant? Or is this the only one that you...
In our databases...
This is the only one?
It's the only one.
This is not my Louis. This is a phenomenally brave man. But, you know, even when you put this in front of me, I thought that's not his handwriting, because I have countless examples of his handwriting that the family have kept, and that's a different hand.
It's very different.
So, I mean, yes. It's really inspiring to hear what this man did, but this is not my great-grandfather. This is not my great-grandfather. Wow. I've discovered the man who won the Légion d'honneur was not the same man as my great-grandfather. So this family story, where did this come from? Was there at some point a deliberate deception, or was an innocent mistake made at some point with someone looking through records? And I still don't know what really happened in Louis' war. I know what happened in another Louis' war, a very, very brave Louis, but I don't really know what happened in my Louis' war. So I want to keep looking, I want to find out. It's a strange feeling because I do keep thinking about my mum. I think she would have been fascinated by this, just fascinated. I think she'd have even been fascinated to know it wasn't true. The story she believed wasn't true. She'd have so wanted to know.
The Château de Vincennes is a 14th century fortress on the outskirts of Paris, which holds all the historical records of the French armed forces stretching back over 400 years. Jo has arranged to meet military historian Captain Ivan Cadeau to find out what really happened to her great-grandfather during the First World War.
Hello.
Hello.
You are Ivan?
Yes, I'm Captain Cadeau. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Captain Cadeau. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My great-grandfather was a man called Louis Volant, and I was told that he received the Légion d'honneur, and my aunt gave me this. Now, she seemed to think that this confirmed the story of the Légion d'honneur. I wasn't sure because I have been given the Légion d'honneur and I have nothing like this.
I know this sort of award. It's a society or trade union award.
So it's a trade union badge?
Yes. But it's not a military award.
All right, that makes...
Sorry.
No, it makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. This is definitely my great-grandfather.
Okay, look at the number. 782. And look at this. 782.
You've got him.
This is your great-grandfather.
31st of July.
Okay.
My birthday, you see.
So, Louis Volant was in the 16th Territorial Regiment. And territorials were soldiers aged between 35 and 40 years. Yeah. Their jobs was absolutely not to fight,
Right, okay, yeah.
but to guard highways, roads, or bridges.
Right, I understand.
They had only 15 days training. It was very, very few. We know that your great-grandfather was in this very small village called Courcelles-le-Comte.
Yes.
In October 1914,
Yeah.
there was a great battle there.
At the outbreak of World War I, the German army launched a surprise attack on France through Belgium. Their aim was to capture Paris and claim a swift victory. They were stopped at the Marne River, only 30 miles from the capital, at the cost of 250,000 French casualties. The Germans were pushed back to the northeast, but on the 3rd of October 1914, they attempted to outflank the French through the village of Courcelles-le-Comte. The village was guarded by the 16th Territorial Regiment, which had never been intended for frontline action. Amongst its unprepared soldiers was 37-year-old Corporal Louis Volant.
This is the regimental diary of the 16th Territorial Infantry.
4:30 a.m. The German infantry attack begins, and at the same time, the outskirts of the village are bombed with melanite shell. What's melanite?
That's powder.
It's powder.
Powder.
What did the Territorial Army have to fight with?
The territorial soldiers didn't have any artillery.
They've just got rifles
Yes.
against these shells.
Yes.
At 9 a.m., the cannon fire becomes more intense, and it's no longer possible to leave the trenches. Oh, this is so ominous. This is horrible. The opposing infantry has advanced quickly to the northeast, east, and southeast and are approaching the outskirts. During this action, Major Denouille is shot through the neck, and Captain Goubet is injured by a piece of shrapnel to his head.
At this point of the battle, most officers are killed or injured.
Okay. The enemy's constant gunfire causes heavy damages to our lines, which has a demoralizing effect on all the soldiers who have already endured 5 consecutive nights and days of bombardment. Nevertheless, the 16th Regiment courageously resists until 10:25.
Yes.
Oh my God.
One of these men is your great-grandfather, Louis Volant. This is service record.
In the October battle, he took command of a section and held his men under violent fire. With the greatest calm, he... Oh my God. He killed
He killed.
several German soldiers.
For protecting his position and defending his comrades.
Oh my God. He was seriously injured in the arm and the side. By
A shell.
a shell.
A shell.
Okay. Oh my goodness me.
So, Louis Volant, your great-grandfather, who was, before the First World War, an ordinary man, a waiter,
He was a waiter.
and a good soldier when he was a conscript,
Yeah, but
Yes.
15 days training for this.
yes, became, in Courcelles, a hero. When his officers were killed, he was still there fighting.
Amazing.
For his bravery, your great-grandfather won la Croix de Guerre. The Légion d'honneur is an award for officer class. The Croix de Guerre is an award for the fighter.
It's better. The Croix de Guerre is much better than Légion d'honneur.
That's the fighter
For me.
medal.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
In your family, have you a Croix de Guerre?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
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 Here,
You are joking.
I have la Croix de Guerre with a bronze star. Exactly the same that your great-grandfather won. And I will be very, very honored if you accept it.
Thank you so much.
In memory of your great-grandfather.
Thank you very much indeed.
Please, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God. Thank you.
I now understand how this happened. We have two men with the same name who really were war heroes. My great-grandfather's gone back to defend bridges and roads, and then he finds himself in the middle of this incredibly bloody battle. And my Louis, who was a waiter, and a very ordinary, but to me not an ordinary man at all, he leaps into action. I've always been most impressed with bravery against the odds. You know, bravery when it looks like you're beaten. Bravery when, okay, we're all gonna die, but let's go down fighting. And that's what he did.